I have,
Actually, since that one, your speaker is not working properly.
Net.
six more, yeah,
but
but
the
I have
owl
3
went
more
off.
weeks to go up there.
Maybe the wire's not.
3 more
Your voice
weeks.
can still be recorded, but the voice of the other is, check my speaker. Let's see.
So, I don't know.
Test mic,
I'm getting tired of going.
Something in that was a little bit out.
test speaker.
I'm getting tired.
Test mic.
I'm getting tired of
Please
driving up
speak to
there.
your
It's
microphone.
Going all year.
Hello.
Hello?
I only took 1 week.
There we are.
You've recorded me now?
I know I started early so Joan can get on, you know. Oh, Matt, I need your signature on the financial affidavit here for CHFA. You have a pen? And you just sign right there and
I am bank, man.
I just had a call today from the church down below. And they said our water is causing problems and flooding out their community building.
One off, you mean?
Yeah, they're wrong. So
Right here?
Paul went down there and looked at it. And it's basically just rainwater, but it's not coming from our property directly. It's just coming down the hill there. And they don't have like a drainage pipe or anything behind their building. They really need to put in like a drain.
One time? No, both two of them, huh?
Oh, yeah, no, just in case you make a mistake, I always do one. So that's okay.
Am I spelling the name right?
Never know.
Never know. That's right, true. I guess, you're right.
You're saying they're like, it's all right.
Okay. I like our little name things. we have. All right. Get out the old phone.
Oh, we're early.
So we're away.
We're early.
We're early.
Yeah, not that early.
Such a beautiful day.
So it took the.
How's that? Is that better? Okay,
How could I be? What are you
Go.
doing this?
you want to, there you are, okay,
Okay.
but it's on, do you want me to mute it yet? Do you want to talk or
Leave
mute?
it on, so
Ask her if she can hear us.
Can you hear us, Joan?
Can you hear us?
there,
You-
Yes, she could hear you.
hi,
Great. Nice to see you.
nice to see you too.
Have your grandson's wedding?
Nice to say.
She said, did you have your grandson's wedding?
Oh, yeah, Saturday.
Oh, wonderful. How exciting. I knew it was coming up. I wasn't sure when.
It was great.
Everything went well. They had good weather.
No, it rained.
It rained.
Oh, yeah, it seems to be every weekend now.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's good luck, Matt said.
That's good luck. Okay, so we have, I was gonna say, I forgot what I was gonna say.
How do you like driving around Naugatuck?
Oh. Mike gave me the fleece. Oh, you got it?
It takes an extra 10 or 15 minutes.
Just till.
Just theater in.
You ever saw my little car, my little, you know?
Yeah.
It's why I don't drive it, you know, especially in winter. So,
Police department report. You just sent it over.
The roads are.
They're awful.
One minute the road is good to drive down, the next time they got, but hey, we're getting a lot done. It's gonna be nice when it's all done.
It'll be nice when they pave it.
When they get it all, but there's so, now they're working on Meadow Street, they're working on Church Street, they're working on,
They finished
Rubber
Water
Avenue.
Street.
they're working on. Yeah, it looks like Water Street's done.
Yeah.
They could patch a few holes on Water Street when I got
right.
there.
Patch that there was a car flipped over,
Yeah, but everyone's, you know, see, I went down,
cut through the school parking lot, went down the hill there.
Yeah.
On the
And-
corner, flipped over. I don't know what happened.
he's doing so much.
Said no one was injured.
Underground, that, you know, between the storm sewer runoff and then. I guess
You know, my
some
pen.
communication cables, a ton of stuff that's
Right
underneath
here.
there,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
You see
and
it?
then when they get the roads all done,
No, that's his.
then they're gonna redo. The green.
Matt, did you take my pen? No?
Okay.
There's a bunch on the bottom of the bag. Okay. No, it's all right.
Okay. So then they're gonna redo the green,
The what?
the green, all the concrete there, that's gonna all be pavers.
And it would be great, of course, there is a problem,
Like that one, that pink one over there?
Well, the banks, I mean, the churches.
because both churches are.
Yeah, but I think that's all done. I think it's out for bid. I think that's out for bid. Today they were cutting down trees on Church Street down by the, you know, the Iron Bank end.
Uh-huh.
They're cutting those.
Yeah.
They put the wrong trees. in.
But you need a code map just to figure out where you wanna go.
And then they grabbed the property. You know where Mike's Pizza is?
I read that in the paper.
Yeah, that building where, well, it used to be a pharmacy, wow, and then it was a daycare. Well, that property in the lot, that lot, the town took it.
They used,
Under
many
eminent
years ago,
domain.
they built that for, I think it was Grand Union. No, or maybe it was.
It was Grand Union.
First National is where the bank is, but they were Naugatuck Fuel. Then they went to First National.
Right.
And then the bank.
Wasn't fine.
Gonna be hiring something.
What was the one up the street? What was the one up the street was,
And Grand Union was across the street.
what was the one up the street that were,
Moore's, Jimmy Moore's.
No, it's not big television. No.
It's like two letters. You know, where you have the Ion Bank and we have the parking lot, and then the next building, there was a grocery store in there too. A&P. A&P was in there.
And then,
That's definitely before
when I was young,
both of these guys. Both of them.
they had, he did
Yeah.
shoot horses, blacksmith.
The blacks.
It was right there.
Okay, you got it.
where-
Now that's
Hi, how
before
are
me.
you?
Me and Sue.
Remember the five and dime across the street over there?
No, it was where the parking lot is for the bank.
What was it? The five and dime was
So
the.
where it was between the cars, where.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah. Joe, we're talking about all the construction going on downtown.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I go by there.
No, you're
anymore.
not out, but it should be pretty nice when he gets it all done.
Yeah.
Friday.
What's that?
The one in the alcove of the
Right
leader's
now,
office
it's for-
is a motion light. The office one isn't.
But it's,
What I saw
Someone
is
is-
the
it was
alcove light came on
doctor's
when,
office
when Arena's,
Many years.
Oh, yeah.
boyfriend or the two guys came back to the
There was a
apartment.
doctor
They
there,
went out
and
to
then
the
there was the
car and
dentist.
looked in the
the
car.
doctor,
They-
the guy's
March
wife.
22,
And then they walked back and that light came on,
between 9 and 11:20.
banging on what, the car? And that one person, the.
I think it's-
Oh,
And then they're just sitting there looking in the back window.
oh, no, they had the door open and everything.
You
But they were looking at the tires
Will do.
and the back wheel, so I don't know if they were checking something on the tires. But, and then they walked back to the apartment, that's when I saw the light go on, but they didn't go in.
It's a joy. It's all coming.
Well, ladies,
Who's your meeting?
5:00.
Five, four is the house.
You're all set. And I got the other working in the other room.
What?
The other camera.
that's Chris saying, but I think to do something new.
See anybody going around elderly,
Hmm.
unless there's a short light or
Or
something, I'll have. I'll
The
check
other, the
that.
other hot one is the generational housing, which is like,
Yeah.
it's like what we have, what we're talking about, because we don't have really, what do we have, Lewis Circle, how many units are in there?
32. Oh, you mean 6 family? Yeah, sorry. I'm not
Well, they
familiar
call it,
with
they're calling it generational,
That's
because,
a new term.
Yeah.
It's for grandparents raising grandchildren, right?
Yeah.
More or less.
that is interesting.
I was going to, right?
I'm gonna,
I'll see.
Ronald, what's the
Yeah.
order number?
More housing.
We do.
Five what?
Yeah.
Would you park?
Oh, I'm looking into the grant money to see if there's
Five
anything
G,
to do.
five I.
Either way, it's. My portfolio, so if it's federal, yeah, it's HUD, so it's federal.
That's HUD money, so it could
See,
be,
like, how many
it could be elderly.
units are you
I
thinking?
don't know, it depends who we have, what
Lewis Circle?
we have for the property.
Like, five rents or like?
Very possible.
Well, it depends on what we get by convert, you know? Right.
Or we buy the Lewis building, where the building there. You know, the one caught fire,
Yeah, but if you use all those bricks to rebuild.
all that lot, that whole lot. That whole lot, and then it's right by the train station, doctors.
Oh, the one that,
Yeah.
that would be a great disabled housing. You got the transportation there, all the people.
That'd be good housing, period,
Yeah, family housing, yeah.
you know?
Not so much elderly, but. Oh, Deb can.
Down,
Hey, Victoria, how are you?
good,
Here you go, how are you?
getting ready here.
Oh. I had like, I had, like, something in my ear, and my daughter looked at my, it was a dog hair.
Okay,
It was in my ear and it was like. Oh, right. I never saw it.
You know what, I heard he's doing to get up there.
Here, you see.
Oh, yeah, no. I do
5
that.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, fine,
And then somebody would say, okay, get her.
Get everybody in.
Okay, it's 5 o'clock, so, oh, I have a loud voice that carries, yeah. So please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right here. There you go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Next one under the guy.
with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we are called to order.
Hello.
Can I have a motion by Commissioner to approve the minutes of the January 10, 2024 regular meeting?
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the January 10th, 2024 regular meeting.
Seconded, please. Got a lot of reading there tonight. I stopped when he missing. That's the only problem, I'm missing meeting. Okay, Christine Warren will read the executive director's reports for January and February.
Yeah, the long one.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Her meeting.
after the minutes.
I came into the living room to listen to my phone.
Minutes that were approved, which were 5 pages plus the police report and the resolutions. It's executive director's report, January, February. I think it's like page 8.
Okay.
Can't hear her. I can't hear her.
Okay, hold on, she hasn't started yet.
Oh.
There you go.
I thought it
Right
was.
there. Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
so, sure. Move-in for January and February 2024. We had 5 move-ins, 1 here at George B. Lewis 1, 3 at Oak Terrace, and 1 at Robert E. Hutt. No transfers. We had 7 move-outs, 1 here at GBL 1, 1 at GBL 2, and 5 at Oak Terrace. Housing Choice Voucher Program, we had 3 new admissions, 1 transfer, 3 move-outs, and 4 end of participations. That means people went off the program. And we're currently up to number 140 on our Housing Choice Voucher waiting list. Waiting list currently, George B. Lewis 1 and 2 sites, we have 137 applicants remaining on our waiting list. Lewis Circle 2 bedrooms, 30 applicants remaining. Lewis Circle 3 bedrooms, 18 applicants remaining. Robert E. Hutt Congregate, 37 applicants remaining. Oak Terrace Apartments, 1 on the old list, 1 applicant remaining on the, I'm sorry, the old 1-bedroom listing, we have 1 applicant remaining, 1 applicant remaining on the studio list. The new list, we have 122 people for the studios and 5 applicants for the 1-bedroom. All of the waiting lists were closed June of last year. Section 8 waiting list has 300 applicants remaining. That list is also closed. Property site updates, George B. Lewis 1 and 2 sites. We had some material testing contractors in a couple weeks ago, testing materials for the Qual for Aid and alarm system upgrade. That's our first planned renovation from last year that we slated. We're upgrading all the Qual for Aid and the fire alarms here at both sites and adding cameras. And to do that, we had to do asbestos testing. So fortunately, there's no asbestos, but we have to make sure they have to test the floors, the ceilings, the walls. So now we can do the bid preparation. Other projects we have pending here would be the bathrooms. We have to do material testings for those bathrooms as well. That's coming down the line, and then we'll do bid specifications for that. We also have Lewis Circle. We have an architect, an engineer that we met with once again to further develop specifications for a heating system upgrade there. We're going to be replacing the boilers and the hot water heaters into one consolidated system and new radiant heating in all the apartments. Bid notice should be going out this spring. Robert E. Huck Congregate, annual recertifications were distributed to all residents by Maritza. Maritza is the public housing manager, and she's meeting with the residents to ensure the forms are complete and that residents include all required documentation. The fee accountant and myself have begun the 2024-25 budget preparation for the site. New base rents and service fee costs are being calculated right now. Oak Terrace, we had the electrician came back and started our generator. Mechanic cleared it for operation. We now have operating keys and we have an operating generator. We're waiting for an excavation company to come and correct drainage in the building 20 area where the front sidewalk is flooding between building 19 and 20 over the road. We actually, Paul met with somebody last week and we also received one quote so far. So we're waiting to get another quote. We had the fascia board and gutters replaced on 3 of the urgent buildings at Oak Terrace. We still have 2 more buildings that we have to replace gutters and fascia board on, but it wasn't as critical. So we're gonna hold off a couple months so we can get some more funds saved up. A notice to bid was published for the Oak Terrace heat pump replacement project in February. We did a pre-bid walkthrough and a conference on February 22nd. Contractors were given the opportunity to look at the site, look at apartment, so they could plan their work. This will include new heat pumps, heat and air conditioning pumps for the Oak Terrace residents. And this was a bid that was awarded or a grant that was awarded through the Borough of Naugatuck Small Cities Grant Program. So we actually extended the bid. It was supposed to be this Tuesday, but we bumped it up a week because we found that there was limited asbestos in the walls, which just means that there has to be, when they drill any holes for new equipment, they have to bag the content. So there's no abatement or anything like that involved, which is good. We have 5 to 6 active bidders who have reviewed the plans and will be accepting bids next week. We will keep tenants in the loop as far as work when we have it planned. Miscellaneous, we finalized the establishment of a security deposit collection policy for our state-sponsored housing sites, which will be Oak Terrace and Robert E. Huck Congregate. We will begin collecting security deposits starting April 1st for those sites. Completed end-of-year accounting procedures, processed write-off and vacated tenant balances in our software system, and input adjustments in the project-based project to balance accounts. The collective bargaining agreement for our union employees was finalized and accepted by the members in January. And Carmelina Cassi and myself attended the New England Regional Council Midwinter Conference at Mohegan Sun, February 5th and 6th. Subjects covered were HUD HOTMA updates, which is updates to federal housing with respect to income limits and assets. Required policy and procedural changes that we will be making for January of next year. Rosa Mejia, our Housing Choice Voucher Program, Maritza Valentin, our Public Housing Manager, Paul Alberto, and Blade Bragg of the Maintenance Department, and myself attended an Inspire for Housing Choice and Project-Based Voucher Training, February 26th through 28th. These are new inspection guidelines for federal properties. And the first training was for our voucher program and our project-based. Our next is gonna be public housing, which will be these properties. So our staff will get additional training in June for that, for these programs. Evictions, legal issues. 2 evictions are pending at Oak Terrace and Congregate. 2 evictions were completed at Oak Terrace. NHA continues to investigate and send violation letters for unauthorized residents at Oak Terrace. We once again received a high performer status from HUD based upon the condition and upkeep of our properties, timeliness of leasing and recertification, and financial submission. So I have to congratulate our staff, our public housing staff, Carmelina, our maintenance staff, Adam, and our fee accountant for all their diligent efforts. Our agency will be sponsoring a CHFA roundtable where other housing authorities in the state are invited to attend and hear updates with respect to funding opportunities, procedural changes pertaining to CHFA finance properties, which is our Oak Terrace site. So the sponsor of the site, CHFA, invites other housing authorities to come, and it's a way for us to see each other's properties. So other directors and staff will be coming. We'll be talking with CHFA policy members to talk about funding opportunities, property updates, things like that. So this isn't a tenant event, but we'll be hosting it for other housing authorities to come. That's it.
Okay, great, thank you.
Sure.
We'll sit down.
Can I make a comment? I want to congratulate everybody for being a high performer status for HUD. It's very great. I'm very happy about that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good, great.
Work hard.
Okay, maintenance directors reports for January and February, please.
Sure, January and February, maintenance. Unit renovated total, 8 units were completed amongst all the properties. Completed 13 after hours calls, 1 with no dispatch. 147 work orders were completed. Blade, Paul, and Eddie, or Edgardo, delivered monthly food box delivery to our residents at Congregate in January and February. All the boilers were checked at GBL 1 and 2 sites. Mark cleaned the Lewis Circle common areas, checked the boilers and vacuum laundry vents at Lewis Circle. A sump pump water from the front of building 20 Oak Terrace. I'm sorry, we had to sump pump the water because we're getting some serious flooding in front of building 20 and until we can get that drainage resolved. Maintenance has been tirelessly trying to keep the sidewalk dry in front of there so there's no ice. Leaves were cleaned from the storm drains at Oak Terrace after all the heavy rains. Roofing contractor installed flashing around the chimneys at Lewis Circle and recapped to prevent leaks. We were getting some leaks around the chimneys in our family housing site, so we recapped all the chimneys and reflashed them. The roofing contractor removed and installed new fascia board and gutters at the front of buildings 20, rear of 28 and 25 at Oak Terrace. KTL Construction repaired a failed underground drain behind unit 60 at Lewis Circle. All sites were plowed and sanded and resanded multiple times for all sites for snow events January 7th, January 16th, February 3rd, and February 17th. All site roads and sidewalks were sanded multiple times to treat icy areas in between the storms for all the melting and freezing. Tree contractor cleared the brush behind buildings 8 to 11 at George B. Lewis 2 site, removed 1 dead tree. 2 recently vacated units were cleaned for nicotine in January and February. Mechanics report installed a new sump pump in the basement of unit 60 Lewis Circle, brought the trailer for DMV inspection, brought the 2014 Equinox to major muffler for a new muffler and flex pipe, installed the new controller for the sander and the vent track, changed the cam sensor in the 2000 Impala, changed spark plugs, fuel filter, and air filter on the vent track, fixed shifter leakage on 2004 Ford F-350, changed a light sensor building 25 outside light that we're staying on continuously, floor stripped and waxed by JP McGuire in units 3B and 3C, and Dakin units. 1 was serviced at unit 3D and 1 was cleaned at 30A. Paul and Blade attended the Inspire for Housing Choice Voucher Program and Project-Based Voucher Program training sponsored by NARO. The remainder of the staff, as I said, will attend their training in May or June.
Great.
And that's it.
All right, thank you. Sarge's not here, huh?
Said he was coming.
Sweet.
We wanna wait and see if it comes.
Yeah, well, let's just, we'll just see if he arrives and then he can give the police report. Okay, old business, we have none. New business, we have a little work to do today.
3 resolutions.
Resolutions, yes, we do. Okay. Resolution 346, approval of Naugatuck Housing Authority security deposit policy effective April 1, 2024. This is the policy created to establish the procedure for Naugatuck Housing Authority collecting, refunding, and paying interest on security deposits for public housing residents. The board has already approved the collection of security deposits at Robert E. Hutt and Oak Terrace. This policy is simply reinforcing our procedure and will be distributed to new residents upon leasing. Let me get right to
Yeah, that policy was provided with the memo.
the, it was. Let me get to the thing here. Okay, all right. Here's the resolution itself. Resolution number 346, state-sponsored housing site security deposit policy effective April 1, 2024. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of the Naugatuck Housing Authority approves a security deposit collection policy for the Robert E. Hutt and Oak Terrace complex effective April 1, 2024. Now therefore be it resolved that the Naugatuck Housing Authority has approved the aforementioned security deposit policy for the state-sponsored housing sites Robert E. Hutt Congregate and Oak Terrace. And we're voting. So Commissioner Erickson votes yes. Commissioner Taft,
Yes.
Commissioner Fidalgo,
Yes.
Commissioner Borbis,
Yes,
Commissioner Nastri.
Yes.
Okay. Let me sign this one. Do you want
Yeah,
to?
do you mind? The other two I have already assigned, but.
Okay, one down, 2 to go. All right. All right, here we go. Resolutions number 347 and number 348. I have it, see, it's like attached to current fair market rents, including utilities according to the Department of Housing. So the current studio bedroom is $961 per month. The current 1-bedroom is $1,155 per month. So I guess we can. Did you guys all have this?
Wait, are you on 3? Oh, that's the memo.
Yeah,
Resolution, are you on 347?
yeah.
On the back.
Yeah, I was looking, I thought we could read the,
Oh, sorry.
this is,
Oh, I was explaining the market rents there.
yeah, trying to get the,
Here's-
okay, so,
here's the resolution right
yeah,
there.
so let's,
That was just the mythology we used.
yeah, I got you, I just. Okay,
yeah. try to-
everybody has that, so we're not. Yep, I got that, okay. All right, here we go. Resolution number 347, Oak Terrace Complex base rent increase effective July 1st, 2024. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of the Naugatuck Housing Authority approve a $50 increase to base rent to sustain building repair, maintenance, and site amenities at the Oak Terrace Complex effective July 1, 2024. Whereas all parties have reviewed and agreed upon the following base rents effective July 1, 2024. Base rent efficiency be $519. 1-bedroom will be $634. Now therefore be resolved that the Naugatuck Housing Authority has approved the aforementioned base rents for Oak Terrace. And I do. Commissioner Taft,
Yes,
Commissioner Fidalgo,
Yeah.
Commissioner Borbis,
Yep.
Commissioner Nastri.
Yes.
The rent, the other one's the rent increase for.
Resolution 340. There's that.
Here. Okay. Resolution number 348, Robert E. Hutt Congregate Base Rent Increase effective July 1, 2024. Whereas another housing authority is required by the state of Connecticut Department of Housing establish base rent amounts which are able to sustain the congregate facility, building repair, maintenance, and utilities in the amount of $50 will change the base rent from $645 to $695 effective July 1, 2024. Now therefore be resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the Naugatuck Housing Authority do hereby authorize the base rent increase of $50 for the Robert E. Hutt Congregate Complex in accordance with the Department of Housing requirements. I vote yes. Joan, Commissioner Taft,
yes,
Commissioner Borbis.
Yes.
Going out of order here. Commissioner Fidalgo.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Commissioner Nastri.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Any police officer here?
Maybe he said he's not like that. Oh, I'll see you via Zoom tonight. I think we have to read this one. I have to.
Yeah,
read
gonna,
it.
yeah.
Is he on the
I
call?
skipped it, but I'm waiting.
Is Mike on the call? He said he was gonna join via Zoom because he has another meeting at 6.
Mike, you on the call?
what's that?
Mike, I'm looking for the sergeant. I'll read the police. I can read the police. I'll give you a break. Police activity for January and February. Robert E. Hutt Congregate, 13 calls, 6 ambulance, 4 general complaints, 3 patrol checks. George B. Lewis, 71 Osborne, 12 calls, 11 ambulance calls, 1 general complaint. George B. Lewis 2, 1013 Weed Drive, 40 calls, 5 administrative duties, which were social workers calls, 8 ambulance calls, 3 general complaints, 23 welfare checks, 1 suspicious motor vehicle. Lewis Circle, 1 call, 1 911 hangup, 1 general complaint. Oak Terrace, 53 Conrad Street, 240 calls. That's 2 months worth of calls. And we always know that numbers, because they do 184 patrol checks. 1 911 hang up, 35 ambulance calls, 2 alarm calls, 2 assist calls, 2 domestic disturbances, 1 expired person, 1 noise complaint, 1 motor vehicle investigation, 2 suspicious motor vehicles and a suspicious party, 4 welfare checks, and 5 general complaints. Any answer to what those are, but
I was happy to win, but I got.
okay. Okay, I'm gonna open public comment at
523.
5:23. So public comment is now open. Yes, ma'am.
George B. One, in our laundry room, we have a machine that's been down since the middle of January. Everybody's called this company and it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, we have the same problem at Oak Terrace.
Yeah,
We're, well, you
The-
wanna-
yeah, the CSC service has definitely declined over the past few months.
Yeah.
We're not the
Price
only,
went up.
yeah, we're not the only agency that's complaining about it. Everybody's switching over. So I have, 2 prospective companies right now I'm meeting with, one on Monday, another one on Tuesday. And they're gonna provide us with quotes for the, obviously to bring in the equipment, do the same thing CSC was doing and give us newer equipment. I'm sure the laundry fees will go up because CSC, part of the reason why their service has declined is because they did want to increase the rates, but I refused because their service is so bad. But the going rate right now is 150 to 175 per wash and dry. Which is still reasonable. If you go to a laundromat,
If you go to laundromats, no.
yeah, exactly. So it's still reasonable, and I think if we're willing to pay that to have quality service and better equipment. So
You
we're,
have the same, phone?
yeah, they're, I'm asking for
sure.
the same thing, a phone app.
Yep.
They also have a laundry card, which is like a reloadable card you could use,
Nice.
and then they have coin as well.
Phones I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I would love to eliminate the quarters altogether, but there's still residents that use the quarters, so.
And there's one other thing, I know Mike does the rental out. of
Even
the
though they have their
rooms.
own
It'd be
machines
nice
in their
if he
house.
Backs
Oh,
over,
we can live here.
a notice, and we can post it.
If the room is reserved,
See if the room is reserved, so people know when they're doing laundry, they'll have to stay in the laundry room or whatever. I guess there was a big hassle in February. I wasn't around, but people were complaining and then I felt bad. But that happened to us when we were doing the Boy Scouts too.
Yeah.
We didn't know about the rooms being reserved.
well, we could put a sign, but if it's a private event, you know what I mean, as far as the details, we could just say the room is reserved. But Mike does put it on the calendar so nobody else can reserve it, you know, but.
But it'd be nice for here to know. And they need to take out the garbage, the people that reserve the room,
Which they should be,
but they don't.
but the problem is too, on the weekends, the dumpsters are locked, right?
Yeah, but even if they can take it out of here and put it
Okay,
in a
All right,
dumpster,
yeah, put it in
you
the
know,
outside.
can, it'd be nice, not coming in the next day and smelling, it's kind of bad.
You have an idea when we might have a new contract for the laundry?
It might take a few months, to be honest with you, only because the correspondence I'm getting from other housing authorities, it's difficult to switch. Basically, we have to give them a 30-day notice to take their equipment out or we evict it, which means we take it out and put it on the sidewalk and install our new equipment, so it's gonna be at least a month,
And of course, we would love to see that stuff out on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I will be getting the laundry, flower beds cleaned out, the best I can in the next week and a half. So I'm having hand surgery, so it'll be another 6 to 8 weeks before I get to it.
Whenever you get to it.
Barring snow.
We appreciate it. Okay, sir, yes, sir.
I'd like to know why this was posted in our garbage cans down there. We don't clean the garbage cans. We don't pay to clean the garbage cans.
Is that on all the garbage cans or just one can?
Just building one. There's still one down there. It shouldn't reset, it shouldn't state that to the people living here anyway.
So we don't know who, I don't, so you have to fill me in, so whoever this is scrubbing the garbage cans.
Well, whoever works here,
I don't get,
No, that wasn't that.
No, tonight?
No, I-
well, he says he doesn't get paid, so that's. I don't think,
Alright, I will get information on the restaurant.
sound like it's our,
No, I think I know who it is. I think it's someone that helps out with picking up the garbage.
yeah, well, they should be told, no.
oh, yeah, sure, obviously, that's not, it's not acceptable, it's not our employee, it's obviously someone who's,
And then like the.
because he says I'm not getting paid, so.
Yeah. The frustrating thing is, no matter how many times we tell people, people are still throwing loose garbage in there. Whether it be passerbys, aides or whatever, they're throwing their coffee cup or whatever in there with all the beverage. And of course, the garbage cans are huge, so Adam pulls out the garbage, but all that liquid and everything is still in the bottom, so it is a lot. We put numerous signs on there, please bag your garbage. But
Yeah.
And
I've
pizza boxes
sent
are going in
many
recycling,
notices
they
about
can't
that,
go in
constant
recycle.
laminated ones.
I don't know how you get people to.
Not like, not that, that's
Yeah.
not from me, I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
The
to
town
like
sent
not
out some
make a big mess, but,
Right.
Or.
I mean, I don't think it was
Yes.
directly towards him.
Yeah.
It was just the building in general.
yeah, and I don't think, I wouldn't take it personally, Art, it wasn't directly
No,
towards you.
it shouldn't be put there at all. but-
Well, it's someone doing it, he's doing it on his own, you know, I mean, that's
Yeah.
just, you know, he's
I'm doing
venting,
it on
obviously,
his
he's
own.
I've
venting.
chased that person out of there more than once.
You
I'll
what?
tell you, I've chased them out of there more than once because
You know.
pile on the garbage, on top of the garbage can.
Well, that's how Adam
Or
asks
Adam to
him
pick
to
'em
do
up.
that.
Yeah.
But he puts them on top of the recycle can, now somebody comes to recycle, so where they're gonna throw the recycle, they're gonna throw it in the garbage can. I told you the garbage where it belongs.
Right. He's
Well,
only
Adam's
doing
job
what
is
I
Adam-
think he's trying to help Adam,
I
and
know.
generally he does it right before Adam picks
Well,
up
you're wondering
garbage.
why loose stuff is in the garbage. Because he's got the garbage piled up on the recycling can.
Yes,
Yes.
and he likes to help Adam.
Yeah.
He gets up early in the morning and he pulls the garbage puts it on top of the can so Adam can come through and grab it with the truck. It's being helpful.
It's a little bizarre. Cause the crows can get in, they sit out there sometimes for hours.
Okay.
We don't even that.
Maybe we can, maybe we.
Yeah, we'll talk to him.
We curtail that. Yeah.
Oh, there's other, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, all right, we'll
we'll
work on
address
it.
that. Thank you.
Thank
Yep,
you.
all right. Hi,
I didn't think it was Adam because he doesn't know how to spell garbage.
Oh.
no, we know, it's, okay, all right, let's, yes, ma'am.
I had my car broken into, a few months ago. And it's an older car, so it's easy it was unlocked. So you just, you know, you reach in and you pop either the gas or the, trunk. So they went into my trunk and took a few things that were something I had collected for a long time, which is 2 boxes of tools. And also they took a big extension cord, a heavy duty extension cord that I had. So, now somebody has, and I let housing know, somebody tried to remove my license plate. And I don't know why they're picking on my poor little jelly bean cars. It's so old, but, they bent it up in one corner, I guess, trying to pull it up, and they couldn't get it off, and, so I tried to push it down and I was successful to some degree, but I know it happened here, unfortunately. Because I hadn't been out in days. So when I did go out, I found the license plate. So I did call housing and I was told to just let the police know. So they came out to the house and I guess they've got a
Yep.
report on it. But it just seems lately, there's a lot of people coming up late at night and coming up to the end there and parking for a few minutes and they're out again. So, I'm up at night a lot, like all night, because of health conditions.
Mhm.
But, sitting right there and I see this going on. So I don't know what is going on, but there's a lot of people late at night, late at night, so.
Okay, so we,
I already contacted the Mike and asked him to patrol.
Yeah, we asked
a
the
bit
police
more.
probably asked the police for extra.
yeah, and then
patrol.
call, I mean, the best thing, and we've said this, lots of times, is that, is for you to call the police.
Right.
As soon as you see a suspicious vehicle. So it's one thing about, Sue's, Oak Terrace, there's all ins and outs everywhere, but here, basically you only have one in, one out, so.
Mhm.
And I would do that immediately, call them and possibly have a patrol car that can send it up. And obviously, lock your car. I'm sorry to hear that you lost that.
Yeah,
Well, I neglected to, it was foolish of me, I was in a hurry and.
I've had done I had my truck going through it in my driveway, so.
The truth is that I've always felt safe here. One night I was in a lot of pain. I took some pain pills and I fell asleep with the door wide open, just the screen, and it was unlocked. And I woke up in the morning and went, oh my God, I slept on the couch here, all the door.
Door.
And I said, you know what? Nobody comes here. It's safe here.
Yeah.
But now things are changing a little bit.
So, yeah, any suspicious activity, we ask that you call the police
Okay.
immediately, as soon as you see it. I mean, I don't wanna, you're not risking it, I don't want anybody trying to risk their life getting a license plate or anything, but calling them immediately, and then at least we can, because you never know, I mean, the patrol car could be right down the road, right?
And
So,
when we do the call for aid and the fire alarm upgrade, we'll be adding more cameras up there. So,
Okay.
There are cameras here. aren't
yeah,
there?
but they're only on the community building, so you can only see a certain range.
Oh,
yeah,
We're gonna have them on individual buildings, so it'll be,
Because these cars are going up, way up
Mhm,
near the fence.
okay.
And then they turn their lights off, the car's running, they're only here a few minutes, and whoosh, they're gone again.
Are they going into a certain apartment or are they
No,
just,
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing
Huh.
now.
okay,
if you see them drive, I mean, if, as soon as you see them drive up there, I would give the police a call.
just say you're concerned, there's a suspicious vehicle that
Good.
entered the complex, let them come up and check it out.
All right,
And maybe it'll deter people like that from coming in here.
Well, this is a convenient place up there in
Right.
that dark for things to go on that
sure,
shouldn't be.
yeah,
Mhm.
Unfortunately, but it never happened before.
Yeah.
It was very
well,
quiet.
someone discovered how convenient it is, I
Yeah.
guess, right? Okay, all right, anything else for public comment? Yes, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi,
I'm from across the street, Reed Drive.
okay,
You may have brought it up and I don't hear well.
okay,
If you did, you tell me. You
Yep.
already did, Nick. And we're going back to the walk-in shower.
Mhm.
yeah,
I.
it's a long process. It's, oh, really? Me? I'm surprised, okay.
My
Yes,
hearing aids don't work.
it's a long process. So right now they're doing some pre-bid work down there. And then we have to have an architect draw up plans for it, so the companies can bid on those plans. So it takes a lot of time. It's not something that just happens quickly.
Understand it, I just feel there's some people, myself included, that are quite handicapped.
Yes, yes,
For me, I have to leave. My daughter has to come and get me and bring her to her home so I can take a shower and her walk-in shower. Then she has to bring me home. I was driving up there myself, but I was just in a bad accident and totaled my car. So right now, I don't even have a car. But, I was just wondering if there is some way. Christina and Carmelina, we've all talked about it. Is there some way people like myself can be helped? I understand the whole process of what you need to do. I really do. And Christine and Carmelina have explained to me in depth. But is there a way for somebody like myself who is handicapped, be number one on the list?
You are our priority, we're aware of it.
Some priority for me because this when I had the accident, it happened in November and it was kind of tough to go get a shower.
Or have some water.
okay,
Yeah. And as I indicated, Jackie, if you needed as an urgent basis, we could put a tub cut. But you said that really wouldn't help you because you'd still
That
have to
wouldn't
step
help me,
over,
no. I need to be able to.
walk right in with the
just
walker.
Well, my son-in-law is handicapped. He
Mhm.
had a stroke a few years ago. So when they built their condo, they built a regular walk-in, you know what I'm walk-in shop, which I believe is what we're talking
Yeah.
about for our unit.
Yes,
And so when I go there, it's great. I just open the door, I can walk right in. And I was just hoping if there was a way, you people could work around with me or anybody that had those kind of needs.
Mhm.
I never thought at this point in my life I'd have to ask that, but I really would like to take some pressure off of her. She works full time and got grandkids and all the whole deal, so I'd like to have my own shower in my own house because that's where I live.
Mhm.
So I was just wondering if somebody could talk to me someday and see if maybe my grandson is that kind of business in Pennsylvania. We have talked about what can be done. And he had said to me, once they get started on a unit, it's like a 1, 2, 3, 5.
Mhm.
Again, I'm not pushing you guys, I just would like some help, and that's all,
Well-
and Carmelina and Christine know that.
So, yeah, so if Christine knows that, then we can,
Can
you
we
know, but-
work on it?
but it's a long, you know, it's still, we have to go through this, it's the federal government. So our
I'm
money,
85, I don't wanna.
I know, I get it, trust me, and
Yeah.
it's you know, but you're in a, HUD facility, and we have to go through all the loops for HUD. So, Jackie, if we can, as soon as we get approved to start doing the work, then Christine can talk about, talk to you about being
Talk about some stuff, yeah,
possibly, yes,
I
okay?
would like some help.
All right,
really
I
would.
got you.
We'll,
All right.
we'll try and make sure units first. The good thing is you're the first building down there, first unit, so I would
I'm
anticipate,
number 1 unit, so.
Okay,
yeah,
good. We'll
exactly.
start, we'll
So,
go by
yeah.
the numbers.
you're already
Just
slotted to be the first one.
Okay.
You could use me to show everybody else how nice it is.
Right,
No
see?
problem. Won't
Oh,
even
the model,
charge
okay,
you.
you'll be the model apartment. All right, you, good? Okay, yes, ma'am.
My question is basically the same thing. We're gonna be having back surgery in September. I don't know how fast you guys are moving, not when you're staying in nursing, for a year, for the hospital,
Yeah,
you know, so. You don't have a roundabout idea when this might take.
it's months out, it's right,
Yeah. It's months out, Deetra. We have to do materials testing and they're gonna come in measure. I'm waiting for that to be done. It's just we had to do the fire alarm because HUD requires us to plan in advance 5 years. So we already had the plan for the qual for and the fire alarms, and there's also emergency money out there, so we're able to get that done first. But the bathrooms, we have to do the.
Laurie,
What?
there's some water.
I mean, there are handicap units in other sites, which I explained to Jackie and I'll explain to you. If you need a handicap shower, you can go to another site where we have walk-in showers already. You could transfer there. Oak Terrace has
And
them,
over here.
Congregate has, walk-in showers.
Thank you.
I know you have like a social service department, I'm sure it's part of that, can.
Okay.
I'm sorry, itis
Talking about
too.
walking showers. Supposed to put water.
Okay, I gotta have you take that after.
Well, yeah, oh, yeah, most of the folks here get, I don't know if Dietrich does, Jack, you get aids?
Oh, just to help with a shower. put it
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yes,
And we talked about adaptive equipment,
yeah,
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 we have a list of.
that's what I'm
And-
saying, like a heat that goes into the,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Some people are just not comfortable with that, but
Okay.
But these benches are pretty. good.
Yeah. yeah, we do have benches.
Yeah.
Jackie, Dietrich, do you have benches?
I have a seat, but I don't want the one that extends, that's the one I need, that you sit down, then.
Did you know if you call your doctor, it's covered through, it should be covered through your insurance?
Cover through insurance.
Yeah, and you have one, right, Jackie?
I'm sorry.
You have you have a chair for your shower, right?
No, I can't use it because this leg here has a rod in it.
Okay,
So we tried it. Adam brought it over.
oh, yeah, and you couldn't lift your leg.
And if I get the leg, I'm stuck in the shower. I can't.
There
A
are,
lot of help
there are
to
leg
take the leg
lifters.
Mhm.
I was an occupational therapist. There's leg lift, there's equipment for everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
and how about an aid? Do you have an aid that would come and
I'm
help?
sorry.
Do you have an aide as well that comes in to help
No, I
you?
don't. My daughter's my aide. My daughter, she takes care of me.
Yeah,
She's a nurse.
right. But you could get an aide that would probably be more qualified, like to help you.
But she wouldn't be able to help me with a shower because I can't get in it.
Hmm.
That's my problem. If I could get into the shower, then I could, help would help me a lot, but I can't get into the shower.
Yeah,
I can't get the leg over. We've tried it. So even Adam was there when we tried it and it wouldn't work. It stiffens up like that. And Chris,
okay.
Okay, all right.
We'll keep it as a priority. Thank you, Jackie.
Any other public comment?
Oh, I have to say something. I would really like to repeat, what Joan said about commending y'all for keeping this place so nice. You deserve it, I feel it. I mean, I know there are challenges and and the laundry, but you know, it's really a wonderful place, so.
Thank you.
Okay.
Join effort, maintenance, it's Arlena, it's up to you.
Staff appreciates
You
that,
guys
yes.
work hard, you keep your places nice, and we appreciate it.
Wow. I had one person.
Yeah. I can do some of that right.
Yeah, she looked around there at cars, the New York cars,
Mhm.
and I said you were working on it,
Yes,
and that, you know, you're investigating people that are not supposed to be there. And she was happy.
Yes, with
But-
this.
what I found, Julie, it's funny
All right.
because what happens is the town has charged them like an assessment on it, and they're paying it, so.
Many,
And dual-
too many.
they're paying it in New York, so I guess the town has kind of left them alone if they paid it.
Right.
So it's almost like they're paying for the dual registration.
I called those cars before I was on the board, so
Well,
it's
both
knowing
those-
to me, so
yeah.
that was, you know, I live right around the corner, so,
So does this person.
yeah, and we've actually got a few to convert to Connecticut. I know that,
You're fine.
Yeah.
To live,
Yeah,
you know, not as
Yeah.
much.
these are the actual residents that moved from the city, but they still have family there.
Like open.
Go visit family,
My
they,
neighborhood has a million.
yeah, I'm-
it's everywhere, yeah, I see it everywhere, right?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, get one of those I got. No, that helped.
Transfer region.
I'm sorry, could,
Would you guys allow the transfer to?
Back to put those in.
No, today's
we don't have walk-in showers there.
Have a bed and car.
That's our family housing complex, and the only bathroom is upstairs.
No, that's.
Yeah, that's not gonna work,
That's not
yeah.
working. Okay,
If you need, handicap accessible, we have them at Oak Terrace, and we have them at Congress.
I'm thinking, have a statement we do live in. Because I'm not.
Yeah. You can have a live-in aid here.
Yes.
You can have a live-in aid here as long as your doctor authorizes it. Your live-in aid would have to sign a special lease, which states that they're not entitled to be in the apartment unless you're there, and they have no rights to the apartment. They're only there to care for you. But being that you have a one-bedroom, you should qualify for a live-in aid if your doctor authorizes it.
okay, anything else, public comment? Okay, I'm closing public comment at, what we got here, 5:47. Okay, here we go, commissioners' comments. Commissioner Fidalgo.
I was just curious, sitting here and see how beautiful it is out there. And remembering, I got a buzz in my, when this was all underwater and we walking around and the mud's coming.
Oh, yeah, was that the eighties or nineties?
It wasn't,
It was before my time, so
yeah, I wasn't remember we had that,
I know Lori was here.
Yeah.
Lori was,
yeah. And it-
Many years ago.
I
that's when they
really
started
walked in the
developing up the hill
Yeah,
here,
and
right?
they-
You had a lot of
That's
runoff.
right, and all that mud and everything. I'm living with that right now at home,
Mhm.
because
Wow.
I live at the bottom of
And we've had a
Mountain.
very, very wet winter.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
But
thanks.
It's so beautiful now.
Yeah,
It's worth
isn't it? Yeah, it looks nice.
Commissioner Borbis?
At this time of the year, I think in the month of March. St. Patrick's Day, whether you're Irish or not, everybody's Irish. And then follow St. Joseph's Day on the 19th of March. But most important is that we all stay well and have a very happy Easter.
Oh, yeah, a lot of holidays this month.
We do. Commissioner Nastri?
I got a question. Can they send like a notice around or something for the new people? Like as far as having visitors, that they can have them at a normal time and not like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning?
Hey, you know, I want hours, but I was, you know, so,
Unfortunately, yeah, it's,
yeah.
Right,
So we talked about this before.
On the sidewalk, on the back of the house. You know, that's nuts. And me, if I get woken up, I can't go back to sleep like these other people. I'm up for the night. You know?
unfortunately, we can't enforce visiting hours on a public housing complex. You know what I mean? If you were in some type of private,
We've talked about this before.
yeah. There-
I'm
Can't
with you.
institute that because people have family members in age.
Some gates.
The gates, to go back to the
Yeah.
gates. Yes, the gates.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, which you usually do if you hear something out of the ordinary. Hmm?
I did Saturday,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Okay, let's see, Commissioner Taft, do you have any comments?
I just want to say happy Easter to everybody. Enjoy the Easter holidays. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Thank you,
Thank
you
you.
as well.
All right, I think anything I was gonna mention was already covered, so, but congratulations, that is really, it's, you know, it's nice to be that, what are we, triple A, what would you call us?
High performer.
High
yeah.
performer, yes.
Triple A.
Okay,
A plus, A plus.
motion made by Commissioner to adjourn the meeting, please.
Make a motion to adjourn meeting. at
Second.
5:50.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Joan.
I'll second it.
Okay, Joan, thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Joan. Bye-bye. Congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the meeting, yeah.
Oh, no, well, it was, and then, you know, we
No,
muted, then she can't hear us, and then it just gets so sometimes. In fact, she was crystal clear at times. Crystal clear. I mean, usually it's back and forth, yeah. She's,
thank you, though, you,
80-something, you know. I mean. Oh, thank you, appreciate that, all right. So-
No, we're just independent of the borough, yeah. So these sites are federally funded. so HUD funds everything.
Yeah.
We have coverage. People.
I got a bubble in my ear.
You got a bug in your ear.
Here.
Bubble.
Take care.
Bubble.
Yeah. Have a good one. I have laryngitis, nothing wrong with me other than I've had no voice. I had no voice a week ago.
You can't talk, it's horrible.
Let's go home.
A week ago, I had nothing.
Yeah.
It's, I went to Dr. Magley at my private meeting, and he goes, they could take this for 3 weeks.
Oh.
Oh, he's not gonna have it there.